So for years, South African hip-hop fans have been debating, arguing, comparing, fighting in the comment section about who's better between Nasty C and A-Reece. They're rarely ever in the same spaces, rarely ever supporting each other, no collaborations, barely even acknowledging each other publicly. And now Stogie T, the OG, the poet, the lyricist, the industry's elder, has decided to put both of them on one track.
If Stogie T has spoken about this publicly, but he tried to get us on a song together.
Yeah.
Right. But it was like I think he knew that off rip there would be like a lot of hesitation, so he didn't tell me that Reece was on the song. He was just like, "Yo, I got this song. Please do a hook for me." I get the song, I do the hook, whatever that I die. I send it back to him like, "All right, I'm gonna work on a verse. In the meantime, do what you do." You know? And then he sends it back to me like a couple weeks later. He's like, "By the way, we have Reece and Maggz on this." I was like, "What? How can you just skip over that?" Like, you know?
What if I told you that this might be a bad idea? Not because the song will be bad, but because of what it might do to Stogie T's album. So let's get into it, right? Getting Nasty C and A-Reece on one record is something many thought would never happen. These are two artists representing two different generations of fans. They have two different personalities, and they have built two different fan cultures. Nasty C is mainstream, global-facing, clean, with a polished image. A-Reece is independent, underground favorites, cult-like fan base, rebellious, mysterious, no industry handshake. These two symbolize two philosophies in South African hip-hop. And the only person who could obviously bring them together is someone who both sides respect, who is not competing with them, who understands lyricism at the highest level. And that somebody is obviously Stogie T.
Compare, just enjoy. We are going to enjoy the song. Then definitely we're going to afterwards go compare the verses. I was chilly loco. This is what we definitely going to be doing.
So on a cultural level, this is one of the most important South African hip-hop collaborations of the decade. This is like AK and Casper finally making a song together. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's where things get complicated. Stogie T isn't just dropping a single, he's dropping a whole album. And this song, this collaboration is going to, for me, overshadow everything else that's on the album. Why? Because the hype will not be about Stogie T. The hype will be about, did Nasty C out-rap A-Reece? Who had the better verse? Whose fans are louder? Is this the song that proves who's the best? The conversation will shift from celebrating Stogie T's artistry to turning into a boxing match between fan bases, and that's dangerous. On top of that, sales and streaming numbers will expose the imbalance. The one song will get every reaction channel, every fan base listening on loop, the replay value of a classic, but the rest of the album, it may not get the same love, meaning the album streams will look lopsided. The success of the album will be tied to one song, not the whole body of work. And Stogie's own creative message could get lost. Imagine having 12 incredible songs, but all the YouTube comments say track 7 on repeat, skip the rest. That hurts the legacy of the album, but because when people look back, the album won't be remembered as a Stogie T album, it will be remembered as the Nasty C and A-Reece song album.
You guys will be witnessing history as it happens. You'll be part of history as it happens.
So another risk, who do people think will have the best verse, right? Let's break it down. Nasty C is very competitive and shows up every time there's pressure, right? A-Reece thrives in lyrical, poetic, relaxed production, which is Stogie T is known for. Both of them have something to prove. If one of them clearly outshines the other, the song becomes a debate battleground for years. If both of them rap in completely different styles, the song could feel like 3 separate tracks stitched together. And if Stogie T himself doesn't deliver his strongest verse, he risks being overshadowed on his own album. So the artistic balance here is very sensitive. This song has the potential to be legendary, but it also has the potential to be very awkward, unbalanced, or, you know, very... We're going to debate about it. We're going to talk about it for a very long time. I hope Nasty C is just on the hook and Reece is just doing a verse. But this collaboration is bigger than the song. It's bigger than Stogie. It's bigger than the album. This is South African hip-hop history happening in real time. But just because something is historic, it doesn't mean you know, it's strategically smart. The hype could overshadow the music. The album could lose its identity. Stogie T could unintentionally turn his album into a fan base war zone, right? The rest of the track list may get ignored. However, if the song is well balanced, cohesive, respectful, not treated like a competition, it could be the moment South African hip hop finally unifies again. So the real question isn't, is this song good or bad? The real question is, does this help the culture or does it feed into the rivalry? And the only way to answer that is if we actually listen to the music. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Will the song unite South African hip hop, or will it just drag the fan base wars into another era, right? For me, how I feel about this song is that I just hope that us as fans listen to the song and then we don't start comparing verses, but I know this is what's going to happen. We're going to compare and say, this guy did better. No, this guy did better. Oh, but your guy just did the hook. Oh, my guy did the verses. And that is not a good idea for Stogie T. I don't think he should have done that. I think he should have just dropped it as a single, hyping to his album, but putting it on his album is a very, very bad idea. I remember I was talking to one of the industry guys, a very, very well-known industry guy, right? I don't want to mention his name, but he told me that Stogie T does everything for clout, right? If we go back to By Any Means, that song is on Stogie T's album, but the music video is on Ambitious Entertainment's YouTube channel. It's like, are you serious? And if we look back to that album, that's the hit. I mean, that's Stogie T's hits, right? So, hey man, I think for this, he tried to put an album together. He should have just dropped this as a single. Let fans do what they gotta do, get the hype for the album, and then drop the album. Because as things seem, trust me, 70% of the hip-hop culture is just gonna click on that Nasty C and A-Reece song. After they hear A-Reece and Nasty C, they won't even listen to you, bro, trust me.
Lying we are corner, nigga, it's a showdown. Ni life ayikonzi maskandi mali my nick. Kala mapiana got the keys to Alicia. Fuck a hand out, boy, angfuni sandla sakho. Rolling in a whip, Jalu Pro Kid. Rolling up a Ndwana, check the police. Shawty name is label like my tossa to free. Rolling in a whip, Jalu Pro Kid, yeah. I show face, I get troke pa la clava. I got the baddest chick in Bize Braga. I'm that nigga, turn a rapper to a para. I turn your girl into a one-stop spaza. Zugunyaga, we just tryna get the zaga. I'm cool in Jalu Pro, but if he Jesus, I'm the pasta. We used to pitch, clip I each for Henny Rekazata, not the clubs. Give me down, Julio, Barrike Rider. Pasa. I'm the Gen Z, Don Dada. Let me cook a whole wave, Don Laga. I get a girl and get rid of her soon as I'm gaga. She said I'll never be famous as Zeus Java. That energy was something I didn't wanna be a part of.